let's debunk the EMF meter debunkers for paranormal investigations. I hear many people say these meters are garbage, they don't work, this and that. What are these guys doing? Saying that when this spikes, it's a ghost. Okay, the first law of thermodynamics. This is why we use these, okay? We all know what it says. Energy cannot be created, destroyed. It simply changes form, and it even maintains the same values, right? That's why we use these meters, because when we physically die, our energy, our soul, as some of us like to call it, goes somewhere, but we don't know where. That's why we research. That's why we look in the infrared spectrum and the ultraviolet spectrum, just on the outside of visible light, okay? Back to the EMF meters. My people, those of us using EMF meters for paranormal investigations, one of the first things we need to do when we get to our investigation site, right? Other than having our research done and on the property, on the area, on the people living there, whatever it is, the very next thing we need to do when we get to that site is establish a energy baseline using the same meters that you're going to use during your investigation, okay? Because here's what happens. These meters do pick up man-made energy, okay? Currents, electricity, meaning out of outlets, meaning cell phones, meaning microwaves, meaning lights, any type of energy, any type of electromagnetic energy, frequency signals going back and forth, walkie-talkies can make these devices go off. So if we can, the best thing to do is to cut off all energy to the property. If that's not possible, turn off all the lights. There's another reason why we do this, okay? Cut off cell phones, cut off walkie-talkies, cut off any communication devices. Go around the property, room to room, thoroughly, precisely, pen and pad, write it in your phone, whatever you need to do. Establish the baseline energy levels in the property. That way, when we do go into that room and we're asking questions and we're holding that meter, and it differentiates from what the baseline is, and we know, or we can interpret that maybe we have something. But here's the thing, we also want corroborating evidence. You don't only want to be showing that meter, you want to have video, you want to be recording audio at the same time, because when evidence becomes compelling, okay, is when you have different types of evidence all happening at the same time. You have a meter spike after you've established the baseline, so you know it's off. You have maybe an EVP, you have maybe something on video, all happening at the same time, and it becomes stronger, compelling evidence, okay? Here's the other thing too. These meters sometimes react to fast movements, okay? You want to be waving these meters around like this and going up and down and jumping up and down. You want to be calm. Really, you want to set them down if you can, so that, there's less interference. So establish a baseline, okay? And then let's use the meters to see what happens. Let me know what you think down in the comments.